We're not done yet with Marvel's Wolverine news and reveals this week, as Insomniac is blessing us with more updates. What to do, Durag Nation? Not only could there be news and even a trailer happening tonight, we also got a big interview from the devs over at Insomniac who made Wolverine that revealed more details about the game's story and gameplay. So I'll quickly break down the most important parts of that interview for you and then go over what to expect from Wolverine later today. First, slash that like button, hype it up, and let's get it. Insomniac made good on a promise they made at the end of the PlayStation blog after the State of Play ended, when they said we wouldn't have to wait very long for more news on Wolverine. 24 hours later, they dropped a big new interview with IGN, probably to make sure they don't get a 6 out of 10, and dropped a bunch of new information about the game. First, when it comes to the game's violence and gore, they talked about how they always aim for that to be how their Wolverine game presented itself, earning that M rating, but they recognize it's not for everyone, so there will be an accessibility feature to turn the excessive gore off for those that are sensitive to violence. Also good if you're making YouTube coverage and are afraid of YouTube restricting it. But if you're not sensitive to violence, they did confirm what I thought would be obvious, but you can dismember people during combat, not just in cutscenes. But it sounds like they won't let you flip people off with your claw. They also got more details on how the combat works. I broke down the rage meter in my video going over the trailer, but Insomniac added some important details on how it works. Obviously, the meter works similar to the focus meter in Spider-Man, where it builds up as you perform attacks, parries, and eliminate enemies. But there is an interesting twist where the rage decays depending on how much you have. It builds up faster as it gets closer to full, which encourages you to be much more aggressive. But when it's high, it also goes down quicker. So there will be more strategy involved in the combat rather than just button mashing. You can of course use the rage as a way to heal yourself when your health reaches 0, which triggers this quick time event where you mash the button. Finishing it will drain your rage and allow you to recover your health. How well you perform this action determines how much more health you get. It's also interesting to note how stealth plays a factor. Doing stealth the limbs builds up your rage without decaying, and you passively heal faster when you're not in combat. There are sections of the game you can make it through entirely through stealth, but you can do combat at any point. They also confirmed what we knew from insiders before, that this will not be an open world game like Spider-Man. Think of it closer to God of War. There will be large sections and areas to explore, such as parts of Canada and Japan, and you'll have the option to find collectibles and approach missions and objectives different ways, which I like a lot. I don't think Wolverine really needed to be this bloated open world. I like that it focuses on the story. Speaking of, they confirmed again that it takes place in the same universe as Spider-Man, but Peter will not be appearing in the game. However, they did confirm my suspicion that you will get to fight with Sabretooth on your team, just like Jean Grey in the gameplay trailer. Except while Jean more so assists you, Sabretooth will be trying to one-up you and steal eliminations because of the rivalry between him and Logan. Surprisingly, they straight up confirmed you will not be playing as any of those other characters, and it will just be Wolverine the whole way through, instead of those signature Insomniac sections where you explore a level or two as a different character. Seems like they really wanted to cut down a lot of extra stuff and just make this a true Wolverine experience, which I think a lot of people will appreciate, as many said they hated the amount of times they weren't playing as Peter in Spider-Man PS4. But Insomniac could be revealing even more tonight. Later on is the main Summer Game Fest showcase, where there will be more than 2 hours of new game reveals, which I'll be live on this channel covering, and one of those games could be Wolverine. The last time Insomniac promoted Spider-Man 2 at a major June PlayStation showcase, they pulled up again at Summer Game Fest, so we could see them pop up again with maybe a story trailer, or they can take the stage and show off new suits and maybe announce a collector's edition, plus a custom PlayStation controller and PS5 plates, which they're known for at this point. Wolverine isn't alone though. There are a bunch of upcoming superhero games we could get reveals for this weekend and during the Summer Game Fest season that I broke down for you here. Click the video on screen to learn more. And a huge shout out to everyone supporting me on Patreon. Join for free so you never miss an update.